Oh, let me press record real quick. Yeah. Run It Back Nation, what is good? Welcome to another edition of Run It Back NBA. I am your host, DJ Eastwood, the host of Run It Back Philly, where I cover the 76ers every single day. I made this channel to cover the rest of the NBA because the Sixers piss me off. But they did force a Game 7. Game 7 Saturday in Boston. It's going to be a showdown. And at the end of this show, we got to have a little discussion about Jaylen Brown. Because Jaylen Brown is not, he's no longer on fraud watch. It's no longer fraud warning, the alert on the phone. Zzz, 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 fraud warning. Jaylen Brown. No. He is officially a fraud. And I'll explain it to you. That'll be the second part of this show. The first part of this show is about the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks, and then a little bit about the Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. And whatever else you guys want to talk about, man. What's going on in here? Thanks for being here. Let's see. NY Chris. Let's go Knicks. We got a Knicks fan in the building. Shout out to a Knicks fan in the building. Carlos Rosado, what's good, man? Anybody from Run It Back Philly that's in the building, thank you for being here. Jonathan Himes, what's up? Yeah, please hit the like button before we get started. Please hit the like button. Santiago, my guy. CJ and Jamal Murray came back to earth. Facts. Hawks, Denver definitely are going to the fraud watch. Nah, they're not frauds because they weren't good. You know what I'm saying? I want the Sixers to win, but losing Game 7 after clawing back is the most Sixers thing possible. Hey, man. Why are you being so damn negative? Why are you being so damn negative, man? Oh, my God, dude. My dogs are barking. There's fucking cop sirens outside. They don't want me to do the show. They don't want me to do the show, man. Also, my notes disappeared. I use Google Docs, and on desktop, it's all blanked out. Shut up! Why is my dog barking like this? All right, let me concentrate. Let me try to get it together. TJ lives in the hood. No, but I do live down the street from the Hershey Med Center, and the ambulance is going nonstop 24/7. Just give me 1 second. I gotta get my dog in order. Sorry about that. My dog, man. She thinks that... Y'all got dogs, let me know if it's the same, man. She thinks that any person in the neighborhood that she sees is breaking into the house. And she sprints around the house in a panic, like, we gotta stop this! We gotta stop this! There's intruders! They're coming in! All right. The AC is already on, man. The AC is already on. What's more shocking, Sixers going to 7 or Nuggets losing in 6? Sixers going to 7. Way more shocking. Way more shocking. 3-3-2 games tonight. Very, very nice, man. Nice, man. That should be a felony what the Knicks did to the Hawks. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Because what feels like a long time ago now, believed in the Atlanta Hawks. I believed in the Atlanta Hawks. Hold on. I believed in the Atlanta Hawks. That's how much I don't know ball. I let my hatred for the New York Knicks completely blind me into thinking for some reason the Atlanta Hawks had a shot. And in the first couple of games, they won by a point, you know? And the Knicks weren't even playing their best basketball, and they won by some game-winning shots by C.J. McCollum, who was playing out of his mind. I should have known it was fake, you know? But it was fun for a couple of games. And they came back down to earth in Game 4, was it? In Game 5? In Game 5, they came back down to earth. And in Game 6, oh my God, Atlanta! Oh my God, Atlanta. You didn't just come back down to earth. You crashed into the earth and died. This was not a safe landing. This was a straight nosedive into the core of the earth. And spaceship exploded. No survivors. That's how hard you crashed back down to earth, Atlanta. And I want to say this, man, you blew it. Atlanta, even in this game, in Game 6. Did you guys watch the game? Did anybody watch this game? I just opened my phone after the Sixers game, or I think it was during the Sixers game, because there was a Mitchell Robinson fight, and the score was 72-22. The score was 72-22, and I was like, what the hell is going... Is that real or is that a glitch? And so I went and I watched the game this morning, and I want to say this. If you watch the game, you'll agree with this. The Atlanta Hawks blew it. Guys, you blew it! You had a lead! You had a 4-point lead, and you blew it! The Atlanta Hawks had a 4-point lead in the very beginning of this game. They were up 9-5. And then the New York Knicks went on this run. Let's make sure we get it accurate. And then the New York Knicks went on this run here. All right. Oh, let me get this up here. They had a 9-5 lead, right? After this Jaylen Johnson 3, I believe it was. Where are we at? No, Nickeil Alexander-Walker 3 right here. Nickeil Alexander-Walker hits the 3. They take a 4-point lead. Oh, the crowd's going crazy. After that 3, the Knicks went on a 71-16 run. A 71-16 run. I don't believe I've ever seen this before in all of my years watching basketball. And the Hawks just completely died. They couldn't do anything. They had 13 turnovers with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. They turned the ball over almost every time they touched it. And credit to the Knicks for the defense that they played. But they just completely died. They couldn't make a shot. They had 13 turnovers. How many turnovers total did they have in the game? Let's see. How many turnovers total? Let's see. Team stats here. 80. Look at this run. 87-27 from the first quarter into the third quarter. And the Atlanta Hawks had 19 turnovers. But the game was over in the first quarter. They had 13 turnovers with 7 minutes left in the second. They got outscored 40-15 in the first, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And for the Knicks, it was really just the Knicks were the complete opposite. This was, I believe, and I have the list here, this was the 5th largest blowout in playoff history. I thought it was the biggest. I looked it up. I'll tell you what they were. But it was just a tale of two things. It was a tale of one team that just couldn't even dribble the ball. They just turned it over every time they touched it. And they couldn't make a shot. They shot Atlanta shot 25% from 3 in the game and 37% from the field. And on the other side, everything was going right for the New York Knicks. Everything. They could not miss a shot. OG Anunoby had 23 points at halftime. OG finishes with 29. But really the Knicks like benched these guys, you know, after well, they should have. I'm going to talk about that too. They should have benched these guys after halftime, but you know, he had 26 points at halftime. He just could not miss. He was 6 for 7 in the first quarter and 4 for 5. He was 10 for 12 in the first half, and that's just one example. OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges, another guy who's been bad this series, who's been bad in the playoffs. He had 16 at halftime. He finished the game with 24 on 83% from the field. OG was 79% from the field. Brunson only had 17 points. He got to take the night off. He had 17, 2, and 8. He had 9 points in the first quarter and kind of cruised, and he didn't play the fourth. But yeah, it was a combination of the Knicks making everything and forcing turnovers, and the Hawks couldn't stop turning the ball over and couldn't make a shot. The New York Knicks were up by 61 points at one point, and the Hawks put their bench in the game. I think the funniest thing about this game is it was a 61-point game in the third quarter, and the Knicks still had their starters on the floor. They were still out there hustling and making shots and forcing turnovers and dunking the ball and screaming. And I'm like, bro, I understand if you're up by 20 in the third, maybe 30, a team can go on a run. If I'm up by 61 points in the third quarter, I'm not even putting my bench in the game. I'm putting random fans in the game. I'm putting the... You ever see at halftime when there's like a bunch of 7-year-olds playing each other at halftime, right? A little kids league. I'm putting that team in the game if I'm up by 61 points in the third quarter. And they probably would have survived. One of those little kid teams probably would have survived and held on to that 61-point lead. That was absolutely insane. CJ McCollum since game 2. Oh man, brother. Oh man, he came back down to earth. He had 6 points in game 5, 11 points in game 6, a minus 24, 30% from the field. The Knicks they figured it out, they got it together, and then they just put the clamps on the Atlanta Hawks, and the Atlanta was a minus 38. And I've seen Atlanta Hawks fans on Twitter and the internet saying, like, we got to get a center this offseason. This is how I thought this series should have gone from the very beginning. Because the Hawks don't have a center. I mean, they're playing Okongwu at center. You know, he might be a power forward in the NBA. This is how I thought the series should have went from game 1. You got Mitchell Robinson and you got Karl Anthony Towns. You should be attacking the paint. Okongwu's a minus 38. Jonathan Kuminga, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a minus 44. What were the points in the paint here? Oh, do we even want to look at this? Do we even want to look at the points in the paint? Let's see. Rebounds 46 to 35. Blocks 6 to 4. Points off turnovers 26 to 8. Points in the paint 66 to 38. They outscored them by 28 points just in the paint. Fast break points 35 to 8. Where'd my mouse go? Come on, man. Damn. Nothing's working today, man. Fast break points 35 to 8. 16 steals. I mean, just one of the worst beatdowns of all time. And I want to look at the biggest playoff blowouts of all time and see where this one ranks. But first, we got to look at this Mitchell Robinson, Dyson Daniels fight that happened I believe in the third quarter. Let's check this out. I believe this happened in the third quarter. Let's go here and let's bring it up here so we can get it big, because I'm not sure what Dyson Daniels was doing here. You see Mitchell Robinson here in between Dyson Daniels and Okongwu. Dyson Daniels got so mad about something, probably the fact that his team is down 71-22, and he tries to break Mitchell Robinson's left arm off. Look at this. My guy. 72-22. You're down by 50 points in the first half, and you're trying to rip a guy's arm off? Why would you do that? Both players were ejected, by the way. Mitchell Robinson was like, hey, bro, you're trying to rip my arm off? What's good? And then they push each other, and then Okongwu comes up, and nothing really happens, just a bunch of shoving back and forth and things like that. Okongwu pushes Mitch Robinson over there. He's like, no, we're about to scrap. Jaylen Johnson comes back at him. He has the ball in his hands, but nobody throws any punches. Jaylen Johnson's back here like, yeah, you're lucky they're holding me back. Or I'll try to rip your arm off again. Dyson Daniels is kind of pushing up, and nothing really happens. But I don't understand what the hell Dyson Daniels was doing. And I think the worst part is that Mitchell Robinson was mad at himself for it. He posted on Facebook, which, by the way, I didn't even know people still use Facebook, especially NBA players. But he posted on Facebook, I knew something was going to happen. My mental is just not the same. I'm just lost in the world at the moment. Trying so hard to stay calm. So, I hope Mitchell Robinson is okay, like mentally, anger issue wise and things like that. But I don't think he did anything wrong. The guy tried to rip your damn arm off, and you didn't even. It's not like he knocked him out or something. He didn't even throw a punch. So I don't really know why Mitchell Robinson is mad at himself for that. I think Dyson Daniels deserved to get his ass beat for that cheap shot there on the free throw. Both players got ejected, by the way. I don't think Mitchell Robinson should have been ejected, but I think that it's because it was a 50-point blowout, and the officials were like, listen, guys, this shit's over. Let's get the hell out of here. My dogs will not stop barking, dude. And so they both got ejected, and but listen, the biggest blowouts in history. This one, I thought it was the biggest, but it's not. Here's the top 5. Are you ready for it? Number 1, 58-point win. Denver Nuggets defeat the New Orleans Hornets in 2009. Game 4 of the first round, 121-63. The Los Angeles Lakers over the Golden State Warriors in 1973. 126-70. A team scored 126 points in 1973 with no three-point line. That's a beatdown. 54 points. Chicago Bulls over the Bucks 120-66 in 2015. Timberwolves over the Nuggets in 2004 115-61. And this game, the 5th biggest blowout of all time, is actually tied, ironically enough, Philadelphia 76ers over the New York Knicks in 2018, 125-74. And New York Knicks over Atlanta Hawks, 140-89. So the New York Knicks have the 5th worst blowout in 2018, and they have the 5th biggest blowout in a victory in 2026. I don't remember that blowout, 125-74 in the 2018 playoffs. Y'all let me know if you remember that. Honorable mention, a 50-point blowout, Chicago Bulls over the Utah Jazz in the 1998 NBA Finals. Yeah. Oh, Jordan had the best competition ever. These players today would never survive in the 90s. The Utah Jazz put up 54 points in Game 3 of the 1998 NBA Finals. Anyway, Atlanta, I am incredibly disappointed in you, and I cannot believe you went out there and lost a game like that. What's up? Happy New York fan only. Annoyed because Knicks should have packed them up in 4. Looking forward to a hate fest with Philly when you guys beat them bum leprechauns. Cheesesteaks over clam chowder. Let's go Knicks. Hey, man. What's today? Friday? it could very well be Knicks Sixers in the second round. It very well could be Knicks Sixers in the second round. But yeah, what an absolute historic beatdown by the New York Knicks on the Atlanta Hawks. Thank you guys so much for being here. 181 people in here. I love you. We're running this live show up, man. We got more viewers every single show. So tell your people, man. Shout out Kelly Hooper. Hi from Oklahoma. Thunder up. Oklahoma City Thunder currently resting up for the second round. It's going to be OKC versus Minnesota. Am I right about that, or is it Minnesota versus the San Antonio Spurs? It's Minnesota versus the Spurs, right? Clip farming, hell yeah, bro. We're clip farming. We're getting there. Mitch and Dyson been going at it for a while now. He probably got embarrassed for losing composure. I'm not sure I ever heard of guys crying on the bench during a blowout like some Hawks players did. They were crying? They were crying on the bench? Yikes. Yeah, let's move on to Wolves Nuggets, man. The Minnesota Timberwolves take out the Denver Nuggets in, what was it? 3-2? 4-2? The Minnesota Timberwolves take out the Denver Nuggets 110-98 to win the series 4-2. And this one's wild because the Denver Nuggets had every chance in the world to win this series. And on paper, they should have. A lot of people thought they should have won the series with a healthy Minnesota Timberwolves team. The Minnesota Timberwolves they lose Dante DiVincenzo, like one of their best scorers and one of their best defenders, and just kind of a heart and soul type of guy, a hustle and heart type of guy, a locker room guy. They lose that guy to a torn Achilles. They lose Anthony Edwards, their best player, and their only real superstar level player, to a hyperextended knee. And the Denver Nuggets were still playing without Aaron Gordon. But you were the champs just a couple years ago. You were a championship team just a couple years ago. And they still found a way to get beat by this Minnesota Timberwolves team. And the Minnesota Timberwolves did what they've done the whole series. They locked them down defensively. They held them to 98 points. They locked them down on the perimeter. Denver shot 37% from three and 45% from the field. They were 10 for 27 from three. They beat them in damn near every single category. They beat them in rebounds. Look at this, man. 19 offensive rebounds for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just straight outworked the Denver Nuggets on the glass. 64 points in the paint to 40. 20-second chance points to 4. This is just a straight work. This is just straight, what do they say? Hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle, right? This is straight hustle over talent right here. The Minnesota Timberwolves just beat them in every hustle category. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, points in the paint. And the 64 points in the paint, it brings us back to the Jaden McDaniels topic. Because remember, he said, they can't defend anybody. Everybody on the Denver Nuggets is a bad defender. That's what he said. And he said, we're just attacking them. They're all bad defenders, and we're just attacking them. And they gave up 64 points in the paint. So he was right. Jaden McDaniels was right. The Nuggets are bad defenders. Now, the other side of it that I want to talk about, I called Jaden McDaniels. I said that he's on fraud watch because in game 5, he had 11 points and was a minus 24 and had 4 or 5 turnovers. And so I didn't call him a fraud. I didn't say he was a fraud. Somebody in the comments got mad. No, what do you mean he's a fraud? I didn't say he's a fraud. I said, is he on fraud watch? Because you can't talk all that smack and then come out and have 11 points, 4 turnovers, and be a minus 14 in a loss. Jaden McDaniels answered the call. He goes out there and gives the Denver Nuggets 32-10. And I'm somebody let me know. I'm pretty sure this is a Jaden McDaniels playoff career high. He's not really known as an offensive player. He's not known as a guy that goes out and gives you 32 and 10. So the next man up mentality for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it started with Jaden McDaniels. You know, a guy that's not known for his offensive game goes out there and gives you 32 and 10. That's big time, right? The second thing is Terrence Shannon Jr. I'm going to be honest, I don't watch Minnesota Timberwolves games intently. They're on like at 11 o'clock at night over here on the East Coast all season long. I hardly ever really watch a Minnesota Timberwolves game unless the 76ers play them. I don't know who the hell Terrence Shannon Jr. is. But this is the epitome of next man up. Because you lose Dante DiVincenzo, you lose Anthony Edwards. Everyone thinks you're going to lose this series to the Nuggets without those two guys. You get 30 and 10 from Jaden McDaniels. But really, if you watch this game, Terrence Shannon Jr. was out there giving the Denver Nuggets the business. I mean, this dude was flying up and down the court like a madman from one end to the next. His speed and athleticism was way too much for the Denver Nuggets. The way that Jaden McDaniels called these guys bad defenders, if you really think about it, right? Nikola Jokic in the paint. Jamal Murray is not even the most athletic guy. They didn't have anything to match this level of athleticism. Terrence Shannon Jr. was just full-on sprinting to the rim the entire game. And had I'm going to say a career high in general. I don't think he has a 24-point game. He played a total of 78 playoff minutes over the course of 2 years since he was drafted in 2024. He's hardly ever been in the playoffs. He shows up and gives the Minnesota Timberwolves 24-6-1 and just highlight after highlight after highlight. Some really fun end-to-end dunks and screams, and that's just unbelievable. When you're down and out and you think, how are we going to figure this out? Who's going to step up? Terrence Shannon Jr. gives the Minnesota Timberwolves just an insane spark of energy and hustle and fight. And I had to look it up. I was like, who the hell is Terrence Shannon Jr.? He was drafted in 2024. He was the 27th pick in the draft in 2024. And there's also the story of he fell in the draft because he was dealing with some legal issues. And the Minnesota Timberwolves drafted him anyway. And the coach, was talking about his athleticism and how hard he plays the game, and how much he likes him as a player, and how he was innocent, and how sad it is that you get accused of something and you're automatically deemed guilty in the public eye, right? And then he goes to trial, and goes all the way through a trial, and he was facing really bad felony charges, and he goes through a trial and he gets acquitted. Not enough evidence to prove him for what he was accused of. And now he's in the NBA playoffs doing this. So, shout out to Terrence Shannon Jr. And look, I don't know. Not enough evidence in a case doesn't really mean you didn't do it. It just means they couldn't prove that you did it. So, I don't know if you did or didn't do what you were accused of, and I'm not going to say what it was. You can look it up yourself. But, shout out to you for what you did, in this playoff game. Jaden McDaniels after the game. Now I'm having trouble because like I said, my notes disappeared. But Jaden McDaniels after the game had some quotes, and I want to listen to Jaden McDaniels post game, but I got to make sure I have the right. Here we go. Where are we at? All right, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, Jaden McDaniels. Yeah, right here it is. Jaden McDaniels after the game, I believe it is this one right here. Yeah. They asked him about his trash talk with the Denver Nuggets. And here's what he said.
Jaden, were you trying to get into their heads during the series, or did you not care about what
I just didn't care. I said what I said. I'm not going to say it again, but I just don't care. It's just how I am.
Yeah, you got to respect that, man. He's like, nah, I just don't care. I'll just say whatever I want, man. I don't care, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me. I said what I said. What are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it, man? Did I have anything else on this? Yeah, I do. I have the Jaden McDaniels and Nikola Jokic hugged it out at half court. So anybody that thought like there was real beef there, you know what I mean? After the game, there's a little hug here by Jaden McDaniels and Nikola Jokic. And Jaden McDaniels walked up to him, you know, and gave him the dap. So, you know, mad respect to Jaden McDaniels for this. You know, he didn't have to do that. You know, Jokic is over here tying his shorts. And Jaden's like, hey, man, good game, good game. I wasn't the one that stole your underwear, by the way, in the locker room. So shout out to Jaden McDaniels for that sportsmanship. And then we got, there was a fight in this game. There was a fight, not really a fight, a little shoving match. I don't even think we really need to talk about that, to be honest with you. A little shoving match. Both players were given technicals. Nikola Jokic and who was it? I forget. And then Jokic had some post-game comments and about the Denver Nuggets and their future. Let's listen to this, man. Let's listen to this.
From being, a championship contender. You know?
I mean, we just lost in the first round, so I think we are far away.
Do you feel like change?
How far? He's hard to understand, to be honest with you. How far are you from being a contender? He said, we just lost in the first round. I think we are far away. And then the guy says, do you think there's changes needed?
Or like, what type of changes you feel like?
I mean, that's not my decision, to be honest. Definitely, if we're in Serbia, we will all get fired.
If we were in Serbia, we would all get fired. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I think maybe he meant the whole coaching staff would be fired. I don't think Nikola Jokic would be fired, even in Serbia. You saw him on the Olympic team, with Serbia. He's a king over there in Serbia. Triple CC, thank you for the super chat. Love your page and content, even as a Knicks fan. Keep up the good work. I want to see your page grow. You keep it thorough. Hey man, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate the kind words. The last thing we got to talk about here, and I hope I can get it like in order, because my notes disappeared. I got the notes on my phone. I'm trying to match it to the notes on my computer screen. I hope I can get it in order. I'm slow as fuck. You said 12, but I forgot you're in Philly. I'm in Cali. What's up, though? Hey, what's up, man? What's up? I'm actually about 2 hours outside of Philly in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's where I live at, bro. That's where I live at. 198 people in here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button one time. Last thing we gotta do. Jaylen Brown is no longer on fraud watch. It's no longer a fraud warning. It's no longer an alert on your phone. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Jaylen Brown fraud watch. Jaylen Brown fraud watch. It's no longer fraud watch or fraud warning. Jaylen Brown is a fraud. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. A couple of months ago, when was this? December 9th. Jaylen Brown said this. Jaylen Brown destroys NBA's notorious MVP floppers. Now, Jaylen Brown has a Twitch channel, and, I don't know. I think you would have to be absolutely bored out of your mind to go watch a Jaylen Brown Twitch channel. But here's what Jaylen Brown said in December. He said, if you want to be a great player, you got to sell your soul. All right? He said, you got to be a flopper. If you want to win an MVP, if you want to be on top of the top, you got to sell your soul and just be a flopper. Brown made the comments while analyzing a play in Sunday's win over the Toronto Raptors when he got an and-one call for a mid-range shot. The 2024 NBA Finals MVP said it was great to see him and the Celtics get rewarded to be sent to the foul line. He doesn't flop like many of the NBA's MVPs. Oh, is that right? Are we about to look at some Jaylen Brown flops and call him a hypocrite? Let's see. If you want to be a great player, you got to be a flopper. I don't want to flop. That's not my game. That shit is whack, Jaylen Brown said. Some of these dudes are nice. They don't even need to flop, while refusing to name names. As soon as you feel contact, you just fall to the ground. Nah, bro, that's not basketball. That's the NBA, but it's not basketball. I'm not a flopper. One wonders if he was referring to SGA. What else did he say here, man? We're feeling good right now. Tell him they were talking a bunch of bullshit. Tell him to post now. We won 5 out of the last 6. Tell him to keep that same energy. So Jaylen Brown, according to Jaylen Brown, is not a flopper. Well, let's see. Jaylen Brown last night in the first quarter against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let me show you this. Mr. I'm not a flopper. Now, I watched this live. I saw it happen live, and I could not believe my eyes. For Mr. I'm not a flopper, I could not believe my eyes. Watch Jaylen Brown on VJ Edgecombe over here. Now, 20-year-old VJ Edgecombe. Watch Jaylen Brown here. Oh my God, bro. Mr. I'm not a flopper pulls the old Jalen Brunson stop on a dime and jump backwards into the defender and throw yourself on the floor. I mean, this is the epitome of a flop. Running away from the rim, into the defender, jumping backwards. I don't even think VJ fouled him. If that's not a flop, I don't know what is. And he got rewarded for it. So he's right. You have to sell calls to get the refs to call it. I agree with that. But I'm not a flopper. That shit is whack, he said. Yeah, you are a flopper, Jaylen Brown. We got a couple more, Jaylen Brown. Don't you worry, Jaylen Brown. What else we got? Flop number 2. Let's look at this one. We got another one. Don't you worry, Jaylen Brown. We got it all, baby. Because you're playing a game that is recorded on video. You know, I don't know if you know that or not. You're playing a game that's recorded on video. So all the video evidence is out there. Here's Jaylen Brown taking Maxey in the post. Let's see. And then he yells at the ref. Look at this. And I think they rewarded him for this too. Look at Tyrese. Terrible. Let's stay on Jaylen Brown here, man. Let's stay on Jaylen Brown here for a second. Is this the offensive foul where he pushed off? Let's see. Okay, here's Jaylen Brown. Now, this isn't a flop, but this is a ridiculous offensive foul. And Jaylen Brown has 10 offensive fouls in this series. 10! He has 10 offensive fouls in this series. I think this guy has no bag. I think he's athletically gifted, but I just think he's just a straight-up dumbass. And I think when you really play good defense on him, he just starts running into guys. Look at this. Look at this block. Poof. Come on, man. Jaylen Brown, who taught you how to set screens, man? Who taught you how to... Bam. Just runs straight into Paul George and then looks at the ref. What did I do? I'm not allowed to tackle, guys? I'm not allowed to tackle? Come on, man. That's not a foul. What else we got? Let's go to a Jaylen Brown push-off, man. 10 offensive fouls this guy has. This push-off right here isn't even against the Sixers, man. This is against the Detroit Pistons in a regular season game. But I want to show you this because he did the same thing against the Sixers and cried to the official immediately after, and I couldn't find the whole clip of him, asking for a challenge. But this is what I mean when I think it's... Look at him. Now watch the play. He's asking for a challenge. Is this the dumbest player in the NBA? Watch this. The forearm shiver. Oh, get off of me. Straight throws Duncan Robinson to the floor. And then looks at the coach and says, hey, man, I didn't foul him. Challenge that. Is this the dumbest player in the NBA? Why would the coach challenge that when you Marion Barber stiff-armed him and knocked him down? We got another one. Let's look at the push-off in the Sixers game. Man. This is the one against Kelly Oubre. Now, there was another one on the left side that I couldn't find on Twitter. And I was going through the play-by-play, and I was running out of time. This is the one on Kelly Oubre. And right after this play, he looks at the official also. And is like, "What? How's that a foul? Look at this. Bro, it's a forearm to the chest." Look at him looking at the ref. I'm not allowed to do that? I'm not allowed to do that? How is that a foul? I'm not allowed to do that? What else we got, man? Do we got another push-off? Oh, he made comments on his 10 offensive fouls in the series. Check this out. Somebody asked him about it. Jaylen Brown on having 10 offensive fouls in the series. Listen to this.
Jaylen, how do you explain just the offensive fouls in this series? You're up to 10 already. Are they calling it differently? Are you playing differently? What's your mindset on that?
I got nothing for you.
Oh, boy, Jaylen Brown, you are a fraud. And now it's on to Game 7. Let's look at the stats of the Game 6 real quick in the Sixers-Celtics game from last night. Because in Game 5, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were 0 for 8 in the fourth quarter. And this is back-to-back blowouts. This is bad. And by the way, Jason Tatum, he did go out of the game with a stiff left leg, he said. And then he said in his postgame that he's fine. It's not an injury. Joe Mazzulla said he's fine. It's not an injury. He just said he had stiffness in his left leg. And I think that's probably overcompensating for the right leg where he tore his Achilles. But Jason Tatum's expected to play in Game 7, so he's not injured, according to everyone. But let's look at fourth quarter. Let's look at fourth quarter again. Let's see. Oh, he didn't even play. It was such a blowout, he didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Tatum had 2 points in the second half. Jaylen Brown had 0 points in the fourth quarter, a -4. So back-to-back 0-point fourth quarters for Jaylen Brown. And he had 5 points in the third. So Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for 7 second-half points last night. 0 fourth-quarter points for the second game in a row. And the Boston Celtics are on fraud watch. Brother, they are collapsing. They are absolutely collapsing and quitting and giving up. I also want to look at their bench points because they've been dominating teams the whole season, really, with their depth. And their bench in this series looks like trash. You know, how did Baylor Shireman have 37-7 against the Orlando Magic at the end of the season? That guy now looks like he can't even dribble a basketball. I do love watching Jordan Walsh. I like him a lot. He's a sneaky, good player. But the Boston Celtics bench, they're getting nothing from their bench, man. 5 from Shireman, 5 from Hauser, 3 from Walsh, 9 from Garza. And this is all because these guys played in the fourth quarter. The first 3 quarters, they were getting nothing from their bench at all. And we also got to put Nikola Vucevic on fraud watch also, man, because you can't be like, they traded for him. They traded for Nikola Vucevic. I thought that was one of the worst trades. Like, when they traded, who did they trade for? Anthony Simons? I was like, why are they trading for Vucevic? Do they just love white guys that much? Because he can't guard a soul. Joel Embiid was putting him under the rim last night. So I don't really understand why the Celtics even traded for Vucevic, but they're finding out. They're finding out why they should have probably not made that move. The Boston Celtics, man, Jaylen Brown is officially a fraud. The Celtics as a whole are on fraud watch. All of the momentum is in the 76ers' favor going into Game 7. And I honestly don't know how the Celtics bounce back. I don't know how they bounce back. I feel like the Sixers have their number. They've clamped them in these last 2 games. They've blown them out completely. Once on their home floor, once in Philly. 0-point fourth quarters back-to-back for Tatum and Brown. They're getting nothing from the bench. And I don't really know what the Celtics do to come back from this. The 76ers finally stopped playing double-team overhelp defense. They started manning up and guarding the three-point line. Jaylen Brown, when you defend him well, he has no bag. He has nothing. I think the 76ers are going to win this in Game 7. Anthony Simons, and you have an NBA channel. Ant Fernie. My bad. My bad, bro. I forgot his name is Anferny instead of Anthony. Oh, how can you have an NBA channel if you can't remember how to pronounce every single player's name in the entire league? Bro, somebody once said to me, I swear on my life, there was a player that I was like, who the fuck is that guy? And it was some dude, some Toronto Raptors G League player, and he said to me in the comments, it feels kind of weird that you have an NBA channel and you don't know who that is. Like, brother, having an NBA channel does not mean I memorized every single player in the entire NBA. And I got this right, by the way. I got this right. I said Anthony Simons. It's Anferny. Oh my God, bro. You guys are insufferable with that shit, bro. You guys are insufferable with that shit. With that, like, bro, did you ever try to talk? Did you ever try to get up in front of people and speak for an hour? Do you think you would say everything 100% correctly? Do you think you would? No, dude. You'd probably get up in front of people and... I want to say... Oh, man. But thank you for the super chats, my man, and thank you for being here. I love you. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Run It Back NBA. Thank you for hanging out. I think I pulled off the show with my notes being invisible, trying to match up the links and stuff like that. So hopefully it went well. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hit the like button for me one time. That would be greatly appreciated. I love you all, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!